We're joined by Brian Hayes and Jamie McLennan now with more on the Leafs. Let's talk about Auston Matthews. 3 goals in his last 2 games. He's 11 back of the NHL lead, and FanDuel has him listed with the 4th best odds to win the Rocket. So, Hayes, let's start with you. Is it realistic that Matthews could come back and win the trophy again?
Yeah, I do think it's realistic. Is it a bit of a long shot? I guess FanDuel would tell you that it is somewhat of a long shot, and he's chasing some giants here, right? Like we know, he's chasing Leon Draisaitl, Sam Reinhart. Those 2 are in the lead as it currently stands, and I think those are probably your best bets because they are guys that are capable of scoring 50, and if we're presuming health here, I think they will blow past the 50-goal mark. But if you look at where Auston Matthews is, again, presuming health, and that's been what's held him back so far this year, he's got 57 more games. That is a ton of games for him to get to 50. I think he can get there. That's 42 goals in 57 games. I think for almost any other player in the league, that is just an outlandish ask. I think it's very reasonable for him. This is who he is, the best goal scorer in the world. If he's healthy, he can run off 42-plus goals the rest of the way. The question is, will Draisaitl, will Reinhart slow down? I don't think anyone else is in the hunt. With all due respect to Nylander and Braden Point and Kyle Connor, Connor McDavid, these are all great players, great goal scorers. I think it's Draisaitl noodles. I think it's Reinhart. And then I think Matthews is right there. And I would not be shocked at anything this guy does when it comes to goal scoring.
I agree, because you just said the magic number there, 57. He's got 57 games. It's not like he's got 28 and he's really, from a position of weakness. If he's back, and you just said, let's presume health, but you have to think at some point maybe Reinhart or Draisaitl will slow down or have a dip in their production throughout the season. There are guys that will dip their toe in being in the lead or close to it. But if Matthews is healthy and his team is continuing to get healthy, he's going to play on a top-tier team. He is a guy that can score at a ridiculous rate. So would it surprise us if he got to 50? Would it surprise us if he got to 55? I don't think people would be surprised. The biggest challenge is, will the field be able to stay ahead of him? I think he can do it because of the magic number, 57 games still left in the schedule.
Well, Matthews and Marner are also back together on the Leafs top line. Noodles, do you like the Leafs loading up that line?
I do, because I think you're dealing from a position of strength. Mitch Marner and Auston Matthews have always had tremendous chemistry. You throw in Matthew Nye, a big body who can go get the puck and go to the net with his stick on the ice. And it's not like John Tavares has taken a step back. That would be the biggest challenge, because if Nylander Tavares did not work, then you would have maybe a situation where you want to spread the wealth in Mitch Marner with other centermen. But I like the fact you've got an option to go to Marner and Matthews, and they've got tremendous chemistry, as we've seen the last couple games. So I have no problem with it. I think it's a force to be reckoned with nightly.
Yeah, it absolutely is a force to be reckoned with, and I'm fine with it in early December because I think they want to get Auston Matthews going again. I think they realize how capable he is, how important he is. He's looked very good the last couple of games, but he's had a tumultuous season because of the injuries, because of the time off, and Mitch Marner is the best possible option to get him going. We saw it a couple of nights ago. I expect to see it tonight against Washington, likely in Pittsburgh over the weekend and moving forward. But I do wonder by the end of the year if it's going to be a better idea for Craig Berube to spread the wealth out. And I think they have 3 line-driving players. I would exclude John Tavares. Tavares has been great. Like Jamie just said, he's been very, very good. I don't think he drives offense on his own anymore. I think Matthews can by himself. I think Marner can by himself, and I think Nylander can by himself. And I am curious to see what Berube does in terms of mixing these guys up throughout the course of the year. And if he maybe has all 3 on different lines when it comes to 5-on-5 play in the playoffs, I think that might be a smart play. But early December, you're in a great position. You're still dealing with injuries. You know Marner and Matthews click. You want to get the big dog 34 going. I think it's smart to do that, at least over the next week or so.
And I think we can expect him to get going or at least have a good game tonight, because Matthews is plus 13 in his career against the Capitals. That's his best mark against any opponent, guys.